Donald Trump and JD Vance have spent their entire time together really putting out fires. Most of the fires actually caused by JD Vance. Also running the country, backing each other up on the most racist, xenophobic, misogynistic, homophobic ideas and claims that you could ever imagine. These two are like just a two-person wrecking crew. And one of the more disappointing moments, one of the more frustrating moments for a lot of people came when JD Vance and Donald Trump started advancing these stories about Haitians in Springfield, Ohio. Well, Donald Trump and JD Vance are now facing criminal charges for pushing fake and racist stories about Haitian migrants in Ohio, stealing and eating pets in the city of Springfield. Leaders of the Haitian Bridge Alliance nonprofit filed 6 charges today using a state law that allows private citizens to file criminal charges. And despite being told by city officials that the rumors were false prior to the presidential debate, Donald Trump went on the debate stage and continued to spread those lies. And it caused not just sort of these abstract troubles, these, you know, narrative troubles or discursive trouble. It wasn't like, oh, we just think about Haitians in the wrong way. People were getting bomb threats at schools. Public buildings were being threatened for attack. Individual and communities of Haitians, their safety was threatened as well. It was compromised. And mind you, not that it should matter, but most of these people were here legally. So the people who were claiming that these illegal Haitians are taking over the country wasn't even true. But let's be clear, even if they were here illegally, what the hell does that mean in the midst of a settler colony? What does that mean in the midst of a slaveholding state to be illegal? Who are these white men to tell the world who's not allowed in land that they stole? But all that said, there's been a lot going on, and I'm happy to have some evidence in case the prosecutor's watching Night School to help make sense of what's going on here, because Donald Trump is always saying, we're not causing hate. Oh, we're not creating danger. We're not doing anything wrong here. We're just trying to warn the people. Let's be clear. Again, these people aren't here illegally, not that it should matter. And honestly, they have revitalized the economy in Springfield. So you should be applauding these Haitians, not booing them. But that's not how white supremacy operates. So anyway, Donald Trump's in a rally now, not even in Ohio, but in Indiana, Pennsylvania. And once again, Donald Trump starts the very thing that he says he doesn't do. He's bashing the migrant community. He's fear-mongering. And what makes it so frustrating is that his supporters eat it up like cake. He told the crowd that small town America will never be safe again. He said to and with no, like, he's not even pretending here anymore. He didn't even pretend anymore. He says it's time to get them out. Listen to Donald Trump.
With left-wing nonprofits to inundate Pennsylvania communities, changing the character of small towns and villages all over our country and changing them forever. They will never be the same. They will never be. Do you think Springfield will ever be the same? I don't think. The fact is, and I'll say it now, you have to get them the hell out. You have to get them out. I'm sorry. To get them out. Can't have it. Can't have it. They've destroyed it. It's terrible. It's terrible to say, and it's a tough deal with left-wing nonprofits.
It's terrible to say? Of course it's terrible to say. By terrible, you mean racist, Donald Trump. But Donald Trump doesn't care about being terrible. He doesn't care about being racist. He does what works. And this absolutely works for his audience, for his base. I don't know if it's enough of a base to win him an election again, but it's certainly enough to make it interesting. And again, yet another reminder that Donald Trump is not just stoking fear. This fear has a material impact on Haitian Americans and other immigrant populations and other migrant populations and other documented and undocumented communities around the country. His words make people's lives less safe. That's not something you want to say about anybody, but it's damn sure not something you want to say about the next president of the United States or any president of the United States. So you should think about that as you make your voting decisions.